Today I'm going to highlight probably one of the most fabled paper money errors ever to exist in the business in collecting paper money, and it is called the double denomination error. Now, some of us are already familiar with double denomination error coins, where the impression of a dime has been struck onto a Lincoln cent and vice versa, or maybe perhaps a nickel struck onto a already struck quarter, thereby providing two different denominations on one coin. But did you know that the same also exists on paper money? And this is an error that was more prevalent in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, when the quality control wasn't as good as it is today. So for avid error collectors, if someone was looking for this type of note where you would have the printing of, say, using the example here, the printing of a $10 bill on the front and then the printing of a 5 on the back of the same note, that's your double denomination error. And if you were to look for one, traditionally a 1928 or a 1934 series note is where you're going to find this type of error. Now, you know, it's not reasonable to think that this is something that you could search out for in current paper money, although there have been a few examples that have been found in the more recent large head redesigned notes. It's just with today's quality control and quality check procedures at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, this is more of a unicorn type error than, you know, one that I would say, yeah, go ahead and look through straps until, you know, you turn blue in the face. It's really not that easy. But, you know, it's certainly worth a little bit of a conversation. It's, you know, the discussion revolving around this type of error, you know, is important, because you never know when one of these may pop up. Okay, some would say, well, it's probably a fake. You know, it might be, but at the same time, the prospect of making a ton of money off such a note is also there as well. Now, the example that you see here, and I've actually blown up the picture of the PCGS currency slab that this particular note is housed in, because I could very well take a picture of a 10 and a back of a 5 and put them together and say, yeah, oh yeah, you know, double denomination. But when you see it in this graded slab as being this note, it just validates it a lot more. They do exist, and again, they're prohibitively rare and very valuable. This particular example of this 1934 note sold close to $20,000 recently. So it's a lot of money, and this is supposedly the more common era of finding a double denomination note. But all in all, it's a very interesting piece. You know, it's again, it's fabled as one of those notes that is probably impossible to find. Even if you're a millionaire and you went through $1 million in 10s and 20s and so on and so forth, you would have much more luck finding mismatched serial numbers than a double denomination. But they are certainly neat as all, you know, neat in terms of paper money errors. So that's that. If you guys enjoyed the video this evening, just talking about double denomination, please do hit the like button. You know, I appreciate it as always, and you know, it makes me look good. I'm just kidding. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, we talk about all sorts of things, coins and currency and collecting. It's a fun hobby, one of which will pay you back in the long haul. You know, it really doesn't have to cost anything to collect coins, and I love concentrating on the fundamental aspects of the affordability of starting out a collection. So please do subscribe. You'll get access to all the newest content as they're made available and as they're uploaded. And I want to thank you guys again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys take care.